In this video, we will break the process into 3 steps. First, you will export your catalog from AuctionWriter. Then, you will import the lots and images into AuctionFlex. And finally, we'll offer some tips and tricks to optimize your experience. Let's get started. Navigate to the catalog that you wish to export. Inside the catalog, you'll see a green button in the top right corner labeled Export. Click this button, then click Data and Images, and select AuctionFlex as your platform. Click the Export button. It might take a couple moments for AuctionWriter to compile files for export. When the process is complete, a folder will be downloaded to your local device. Locate this file. It will be a compressed file with the title of your catalog in the format of a .zip. You will need to extract it to access a folder. Inside this folder, you will have all of your images as well as a CSV file. Let's take a look at the CSV file to get familiar with the mapping settings that are necessary for a seamless import to AuctionFlex. You can open CSV files in any spreadsheet editor. The most important thing is that you take a look at the top row. The column headings are what will translate into AuctionFlex. Take note that there are 5 columns titled Description 1 through 5. Now that you're familiar with your exported files, let's transform them into a live auction. Open AuctionFlex on your device and look for the auction lots and preview images. Look for the button labeled Import Lots. Click this button. Browse your computer to locate the CSV file. Click Next Step. This is the part that will take the most time, but you only have to do it the first time you import. AuctionFlex will remember your settings when you go to import a second catalog. This step will match headings from the CSV file to fields in AuctionFlex. As such, match lot number to lot number, followed by the title, which in AuctionFlex is called lead/title. Then add 5 description columns. For the low estimate, select min estimate each, and for the high estimate, select max estimate each. Consignor IDs will match with consignor/vendor code. For quantity, match to quantity. In the event that you do not want to transport certain data, such as estimates, into your AuctionFlex catalog, replace those column headings with ignore column. No matter what your mapping preferences are, just be sure to have the same number of rows on the right side as in our example. Additionally, order matters. Once your field settings are mapped properly, click Next Step. Here, you can review that the fields have transferred data properly. It's possible that columns 4 and 5 will be empty, as AuctionWriter does not allow descriptions to exceed the limit of AuctionFlex. For columns that will be ignored, just make sure that the top row says Ignore Column. It's okay if there's data in the other rows of those fields. AuctionFlex will simply ignore them upon import. Be sure to select the Skip First row when importing so that AuctionFlex does not include the header row as an item in your auction. Click Next Step. On the Miscellaneous Options page, there are 3 fields. The second field is crucial. Leave this unchecked. This ensures that your description columns will combine into one paragraph on import. The final field is essentially a consignor fallback. We highly recommend including a number here so that your import is seamless and your images will align properly. Essentially, on import, AuctionFlex will check whether a consignor number in your catalog exists in the AuctionFlex system. In the event that it does not see a match, it will simply skip a lot. Including a consignor number here ensures that your catalog will be complete upon import. Click Next Step. Make sure to modify your settings on step 5 of the import. Select Do Not Use, the first radio button. Click Next Step. You can now select Import Inventory to start the import process. This process may take a few minutes. You can now upload the images separately. In the top right corner of the panel, select Import Images. Then select the folder containing all of your images. Click Next Step. Select the second radio button that's labeled Auction plus Lot Number. Make sure to select the last checkbox, Smart Autofill, to make sure that lots with multiple images are accounted for. Proceed to step 3. Select Assume File Name is lot number/inventory number. In step 4, you can review your settings. Click Next Step, then Import Images. Once the import is complete, you can confirm that it was done correctly by selecting an item and then the Images tab. Most import issues occur with the consignor code. To prevent these issues, confirm that your consignor codes are created within AuctionFlex in advance of using them in your cataloging process in AuctionWriter. To verify that consignor codes exist in your system, navigate to the Customer Center in AuctionFlex. Look for the abbreviation CUST code. The first column in this datasheet will have all of your consignor codes. This is an example of the message that you may receive if your consignor codes do not match up. This message tells us that the fallback consignor number was applied. On an initial import, AuctionFlex will limit your titles to 50 characters or less. A workaround for this is on export, you can check your catalog for titles that are longer than 50 characters. From this list, you can quickly edit all of the titles that are over 50 characters. Another trick is to set the text length of your generations to 50 characters or less. Once the setting is saved, you can regenerate the items in your catalog that have titles longer than 50 characters. When you refresh the page, it will update the list of lots so that you can see which ones remain over the character limit. In the event that AuctionFlex skips a lot, we recommend that you select all the items in your catalog and remove them. This may seem dramatic, but it is the cleanest solution. Wherever the first item is skipped, all of the lots after that will be misaligned. Now that you've completed your first successful import, it should only become easier from here. Should you have any questions or need further assistance, our support team is always here to help.